Hey guys, it's Scrolling Venom here, and it's been quite a while since I've actually made a video on anything. But today's a little different than I normally would. I don't do live reacts, but this I felt like it needed to be done because I'm going to go into why I'm doing this, is because there was a content creator by the name of Hijabi Gamer. She was making a video criticizing a content creator named Lucky for Destiny 2 of all games. The reason why I feel like I need to do this, and I will get to that in a moment, because he was one of the voices that was defending Bungie at the time of content vaulting. Now, if you don't know, I've made a previous video of my opinions on content vaulting and why it should have been stopped and why we need the old content back. FYI, that's never going to happen because they deleted the content. But this is kind of important because I feel like I have to do this, and this is going to be kind of a react video to what content he made in the past, because he specifically made a comment on there. I'm about ready to change the screen here. I will show you. This is his comment. I have never defended content vaulting. LMAO. But the video that's on the screen is him doing exactly that. Wouldn't you know it? So I'm going to let the video start playing, and we're going to see how much of him is not defending content vaulting. Let's actually find out. We're going to react to this. This is from 3 years ago, mind you. Now, I understand if opinions change or if, you had some kind of epiphany, but don't you dare lie to your audience. And don't you dare go to some place that's calling you out and then go lying in the comments. Because people will call you out because the internet never forgets. So let's start this. Because I don't do this. This is not going to be edited. This is not typically what I like to do. So let's get this started, shall we?
All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about a bit of a hot topic, and that is Bungie's content vaulting. The D.C.V is something that Bungie introduced recently, and they took a bunch of things in the game.
Recently for the time, but not recently for what today's topic is. Because this has been years now. And just keep in mind, this is a very old video. You can even tell that this is him from a different time period. But we are, because that's his channel, that's his icon. But remember, guys, he never has. So let's see if he actually never has in this video. Because let's actually put that to the test.
And they put it in what they're calling a content vault. And in this content vault exists everything that ever previously existed in Destiny, and Bungie can pick and choose what they want to pull out at any given time.
Which, by the way, that was actually a fabricated lie, because actually they can't, according to their recent court case of plagiarism.
Now, recently Bungie announced that they're going to be putting in the content vault with the Witch Queen. They got the Tangled Shore, the Forsaken campaign, and the Presage and Harbinger missions going into the content vault. And with that, a lot of people were complaining. A lot of people were crying, very upset. Like, wow, I can't believe these things are getting put in the content vault. I can't believe I'm losing content. And if I can be completely honest with y'all, I feel like a lot of people are complaining for absolutely no reason. We live in a day and age where
What was that? Wait. Hold on. Was that complaining for no reason? But remember, guys, I have never defended content vaulting. What do you mean? We're only a few minutes in. We're not even like a minute in, and you already disprove that. They're complaining for nothing. But let's keep going.
everyone wants to complain about something, they're looking for something to complain about, and this is just the thing they choose, because
Sure, they're looking.
this image was made, and this is the top #1 trending post on Reddit, which is, this is what Destiny would look like if there was no vaulting of content. And as you can see right here, it's pretty ridiculous. Could you imagine turning on Destiny 2, being a new light player, and the very first thing you see when
Oh yes, but that's ridiculous. But remember, guys, when they content vaulted, they completely destroyed the new player experience. There was nowhere for them to go. They only had a handful of missions, and everyone was confused, and you have to now watch a YouTube video to even know the story. But remember, guys, he never defended this decision. Ever. He never did that. Never, ever did he do that.
you load into the game is all of this. Could you imagine? How would you even start to pursue anything? Like, where would you begin? You have no clue where to.
They would just start it, because they can. That's just how it goes. I mean, it's like any other game that is big and massive. I mean, I'm not going to get into that, but we're not going to keep talking about. Let's just let them talk now.
Begin or end. There's way too much to the game. And a lot of people, to give you a little bit of a history lesson as someone that's played this game since the beginning, a lot of people don't realize why content vaulting was initiated in the first place by Bungie. And the reason why is because the game was getting too bloated. And by having so.
Okay, I have a problem with this specifically because if you say the game is too bloated, because here's the thing, today the game is actually considered too bloated now, and it's like over 200 gigabytes on PlayStation. I don't know exactly PC numbers, but they're pretty big. I could actually look them up, but I don't really feel like it. But they're pretty big now, and this is from years ago. I want you to keep this in mind. This guy is lying to his audience, and he is saying, I never defended content vaulting, but what is he doing here? He is defending content vaulting, and this is his channel. You can even see it right there. I have it on the PlayStation doing this because it is easier to do it this way because I want you guys to see this here. 3 years ago. So people know he's lying, especially if you've been following him for a while. Especially when you see him say things like this. I never defended content vaulting, but yet this video has been nothing but proof of him basically defending it. So what are you talking about, man? Is this your evil twin, Eduardo? Is this like your evil twin here? Is that what's going on? Your evil twin? Is that all there is? Evil twin? He's just basically your evil twin, Lucky? Come on. Brother, you can't fricking sit there and say, I never did this, and when there is video evidence of this. We're going to continue, though.
So many elements to the game, it was creating a ton of errors. And what happened was, twice in a row, the weekly reset happened, and there was people were losing items in their inventory. Like, they were losing like important upgrade materials and stuff randomly, legendary shards, etc. People were losing items in their inventory. And Bungie, it happened 2 weeks in a row, they had to set back the clock, and they did this twice.
Yeah, they did that twice. But here's the thing, they're still losing items. They have been still losing items. They're still doing it today. They're still having these issues. They are still having random error codes with animals involved for disconnects. They're still having these issues even though they've gutted this content out. So here's my honest opinion. It was either they should have made all this content available some way, somehow, or they should have just made Destiny 3. There's no excuse. Multi-billion-dollar company. Remember, he never defended this, though. Remember that. Remember that, chat. He never did. Never, ever, ever did he do that.
They had to set back the clock a few hours back to reset in order to give people back their items. The game had become so bloated that literally the items in your character's inventory were disappearing randomly, which is obviously a really big issue for Bungie. It's obviously a big issue for
they're still having
this
issues
is
to
not
this
something you
day.
should ever want or desire. Obviously, if the game can just work and we can just have all these things, that would be great. But as time goes on, this is...
You know why they didn't do that? Because money. See, this is my problem with a lot of the D2 content creators, especially the big ones like Lucky here, and how he has been just lying. Because it wasn't just him spreading this. A lot of them were spreading this lie of saying, oh, it would be nice if they could. No. People paid money for this. There is no excuse for them to content vault. Absolutely not. This is why I support movements like the Stop Killing Games, because this is absolutely absurd. They clearly abused people, players. They have literally made it impossible to even enjoy this game, to know what's going on. But yet, here we are. Here we are today. We're seeing the player base drop in real time. You can actually pocket watch the Steam charts and see it go down. Like, this is also the biggest raid race cheating in history for Destiny 2. But yet, This isn't the sign of a dying game. This isn't the sign of a problem within the game, within Bungie. No, no, no. We have to defend them because, and remember, these content creators, they're not guilty at all. No, they never defended this. I want you to keep this in mind. They never defended this, but yet here is this video showing him defending this. This is ridiculous. Do not lie to your audience. Do not lie to me about you never defending this. You are a liar. A liar and a slime ball. But let's keep going. Let's see what he has to say in this past video.
Now transitioned into an MMO game, and this game has a long future, right? We've got a long history. You can see everything's
Not
been
very
announced.
much longer now, but hey.
Announced years in advance with the Witch Queen and so on and so forth, right? And so because of that, things have to get vaulted. And I don't think that the majority of people complaining have a valid reason. Let me know down in the comment section below if you disagree. That's completely fine. But losing the Tangled Shore location that's right up here, losing the Tangled Shore.
Again, I cannot preface this enough. There was no valid reason. It doesn't matter if the code was going to break. Their job is to fix the game. This is what they're supposed to be doing. This is what you pay your game designers to do. This is what you do. And if the engine is bad, you just make Destiny 3. And I know this is from years ago, but seeing this video makes me angry again because this is not the first time I've watched this video. This video makes me angry because it's just nothing but a lie. It is a lie, and we know it's a lie. And again, remember, he tried to say this, and I keep bringing this up. I keep bringing this up for a reason. Stop lying to your audience, and stop lying to people. Own up to you actually defending this. It actually made me physically angry that you lied to people, saying that you never defended this, and you tried to laugh it off, as if people didn't know.
And the Forsaken campaign and the Presage and Harbinger missions, who out there watching right now is grinding these things regularly or doing these things at all?
It doesn't
right
matter.
now?
People pay for it.
Very few people. Very few people.
Doesn't
The
matter if
only
it's a few or
people I
not.
think that
You
could
pay for it.
reasonably complain,
Keep it
and
in the
even
game.
still probably shouldn't, are people that maybe just purchased that content like this week or the week before, right? If you purchase that content
how's that going
at
now?
this point in time, you're like, wow, now it's getting, vaulted. Like, that sucks for me. I can't believe I just
How is this agent for you guys? Do you think this is good? Sorry, I keep pausing it, but I don't believe in just, reacting. I don't really like doing React content. This is the first time I've ever done React, and it's been a while, but I feel like this video needs to be called out. These content creators who are lying to you need to be called out. This is exactly why. Because they have been lying for years. And I am sick of it. There are very few content creators, I would say, that actually tell the truth. And this is not one of them. And you should be ashamed of yourself, Lucky. You sit here and try to say you never did this when I've caught you in a lie. You can't even change the story. You can delete it, but this video will be up so people can actually watch it.
bought this content, right? That you might have a fair claim to complain right there, but other than those,
No, it's the
probably
right
few
claim.
people, right? Most of us really shouldn't complain about this. I don't think this
No,
is a
we
big
should.
issue.
We all should
Destiny
be up
can't
in
look
arms
like
about this,
over
and we
here.
should
As
have
much
been.
as we would like,
And people like you made it
for all
impossible.
this crazy insanity to be in there, as much as we always want more content in Destiny, it can't look like this. The game's not going to work. We can't have a game.
Again, people like you who were defending this change made it impossible for the voices to be heard. There was literally a Bungie defense force not only on YouTube, on Twitter too at the time. Literally downplaying our complaints about it. Literally saying, "Oh, you have nothing to complain about." What do you mean we have nothing to complain about? The game is gone, and now the game is dying. And new players can't even get in. You expect a new player to want to come into a game where they have no idea what's going on? Or they're basically having to grind? But yet, remember this, I keep bringing this up. I never defended content vaulting. LMAO. My God, man, you were such a lying sack of shit. I mean, honestly, it's one thing to change your opinion, but to say you never did it is a blatant lie. Because this video here proves it. The internet never forgets. Don't forget this. Let's finish this video.
With this much content in it, it's gonna be too big, too bloated. There's gonna be too many issues. So I wanted to make this video to talk about this because I thought this image was hilarious, and it's the #1 trending Reddit post.
Hilarious.
And credit to the author will be put in the description of this video.
Hilarious.
So that's the end of this video, though. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.
All
Smash the like button if you enjoyed.
All right, we're done watching the video. We're done. But yeah, again, this is why I have said for years, and I will continue to say for years, do not trust these content creators, especially when it comes to Destiny 2. Because they are lying to you, they are pretending. And just for one more clarity's sake, let's go back to the other screen. And remember, we're going to just leave this up. That is what you're defending. This is basically the content creator who said, I have never defended content vaulting. And he just spent 4 minutes defending it. Lucky. And I'm calling you out for this because you are being 100% disingenuous. You are lying not just to me, to everyone watching your videos. You were saying you never defended this when you did. You defended this. You literally said nobody has any reason to complain back then. And to say that you never defended this is such a lie. It is disgusting, and I cannot believe you are saying this freaking lie that you never did this when I can literally look up the video. It was literally the top 3 in the Google search when I looked up your username defending the content vault. Guess what? Your name popped up in this video. So do not sit here and try to lie to everyone who is watching your content about how you never defended this. Because you clearly did. This is what makes me angry about the Destiny 2 content creators like you and like the other ones I could name, but I'm not, because this is you specifically we're talking about here. You have a lying problem. You need to fix it. I can understand if your opinion has changed from then, but do not say this lie. This lie is despicable. You are basically trying to mislead people, and you know you did. Because you have been defending this point for a long, long time. And it's okay to change your opinion, but you own it. You own it, and you do not lie. That is why it's disgusting. And I think the video is done. I'm just going to go through maybe some small edits here and there. But probably not. This is probably going to be unedited. I don't do content, but I feel like, well, I don't do reaction content. I haven't really done much content in the last couple months because of life, but this is one of the reasons why I get so mad about the current state of content creation, because when you have people who are being disingenuous and lying about certain things, it makes it really hard to want to do content, because you're going to either get called out or get drowned out. And you know what? If you're going to be honest, you have less to be called out for. That's all I'm going to say, and that's all my thoughts. Thanks so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you guys want me to do a follow-up video to this, I will, maybe exposing more of it, but again, this entire video, he just lied. So don't believe a word he says. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.